Welcome, my friends, to our community, a safe space dedicated to living life fully, with health, wisdom, and balance. I'm your name. And today we're diving into a subject that many of us have experienced. Have you noticed that as you grow older, you sometimes find yourself wanting fewer people around? Perhaps the crowded gatherings or even the usual chatter now leave you feeling overwhelmed or depleted. Today we're going to explore 6 profound psychological reasons behind this shift. And here's the reassuring truth: it's completely normal. In fact, many of these changes are signs of wisdom and self-preservation, not weakness. Throughout this video, I'll share insights backed by both research and personal experience. By the end, you'll understand not only why you might be stepping back from social situations, but also how to protect your inner peace while still enjoying meaningful connections. So, take a deep breath, settle into a cozy spot, and let's explore these inner workings together. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. If this message resonates with you, give the video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's get started. When we're young, we thrive on connection. Social gatherings, deep conversations, and even casual small talk energize us. We believe family and friends will always be there to support us. But as we age, many of us begin to feel a shift, a quiet, almost imperceptible pull away from the noise of constant interaction. This isn't necessarily about bitterness or loneliness. Rather, it's a natural psychological evolution. Your world becomes more nuanced. You start to value depth over quantity. The energy that once craved every social event now begins to prioritize authentic connections and personal space. In this video, I'm going to explore 6 psychological reasons behind this gradual social withdrawal. Some might be surprising, and others might hit close to home. But ultimately, these reasons are rooted in protecting your emotional well-being and adapting to life's inevitable changes. Let's take a closer look at the first reason. The first reason many of us begin to pull back is the lingering burden of past betrayals. Over time, we accumulate memories of hurt, small betrayals, broken trusts, and moments when we opened our hearts only to be let down. These experiences, though often dismissed as part of life, leave subtle scars. As you age, you learn to guard yourself. It's not about bitterness, it's about protecting your delicate emotional state. When you're repeatedly hurt, it becomes natural to question if you can truly trust others again. Think about that friend who once promised to always be there, only to vanish when you needed them most, or that moment when a close companion let you down. Over time, these experiences add up and you start to wonder, why risk opening up when the cost might be heartbreak? Psychologists tell us that emotional injury can lead to a kind of protective withdrawal. Your brain starts to associate too much connection with potential pain, so you ease back, preserving your energy for what feels safe. It's a subtle, almost instinctual shift. Less vulnerability, a quiet retreat from social engagements that once felt natural. Remember, this isn't a sign of weakness. It's a safeguard born from experience. And once you recognize this pattern, you can start to build boundaries that honor both your need for connection and your need for self-protection. Reason number 2 is a growing sensitivity to overstimulation. When you're young, the hustle and bustle of crowded gatherings energize you. But as we age, prolonged social stimulation can become overwhelming. Our sensory and cognitive systems naturally slow down, and what once was merely exciting can start to feel exhausting. The ambient noise of a busy room, the constant chatter, and even the seemingly benign small talk, all of it can tax your energy reserves. Imagine going to a family reunion where everyone is talking at once. Whereas you might have thrived on that energy in your youth now, you might find it draining, even stressful. It's not that you dislike people, far from it, but simply that you've developed a deeper appreciation for quiet, meaningful interactions. You may start to prefer a small group conversation, one where you can think and breathe, rather than an environment that overwhelms your senses. It's completely normal to seek out calm and solitude when the social world becomes too much. The key here is balance, learning how to engage meaningfully without burning out, and knowing when to step back to preserve your energy for the interactions that truly matter. Next, let's address the desire for authenticity. In our younger years, we often feel compelled to perform, to smile, to chat, to keep up appearances in social settings. But as we age, a new understanding emerges. It's not about impressing others, it's about being true to yourself. Many older adults begin to feel that superficial interactions are no longer fulfilling. They've spent decades wearing masks of politeness and enthusiasm, and now they'd rather reveal their true feelings than continue to engage in performance. I know many of you have experienced moments when a conversation felt hollow, where everyone seemed to be going through the motions rather than sharing genuine thoughts. At some point, you learn that it's okay to walk away from a crowd that doesn't allow you to be yourself. This pursuit of authenticity often leads you to seek solitude or choose only the company that genuinely resonates with your inner truth. It's a powerful, positive shift. By stepping away from the pressure of performance, you give yourself permission to rest, reflect, and reconnect with what truly matters. This isn't about isolating yourself completely. It's about being selective, choosing quality over quantity in your relationships, and nurturing interactions that are real, heartfelt, and reciprocally nourishing. Reason number 4 is rooted in a fundamental need for self-preservation. As we accumulate life experiences, both joyful and painful, we also learn that our emotional well-being is precious. Protecting it becomes a priority, sometimes even at the cost of withdrawing from social interactions that might feel risky or draining. Over the years, you may have developed an inner shield to protect yourself, not out of antisocial behavior or bitterness, but because you've learned that your energy is valuable. This self-preservation instinct grows stronger as you age, and it often means choosing when, how, and with whom to share your inner world. If you've noticed yourself turning down invitations or choosing solitude more frequently, it might be because you're protecting your peace. You've seen what happens when your emotional boundaries are not honored. You feel depleted, misunderstood, or even exploited. This withdrawal is not a failure. It's a conscious act of self-respect. It's a way of saying, I value my inner calm more than the noise of the world. And that, my friends, is a mark of maturity. The challenge is ensuring that this protective instinct doesn't slide into isolation. Balance is key. Protect your energy, but keep your door open for deep, genuine connections that enhance your well-being rather than drain it. Reason number 5 comes from changes within, cognitive and emotional shifts that naturally occur as we age. Our brains, much like our bodies, undergo gradual changes. Processing speed, memory, and even our emotional responses can evolve over time. For many, these shifts mean that social interactions, especially those that require quick wit, strong memory, or high energy, become more challenging. You might find yourself getting lost in conversation or feeling overwhelmed by rapid social exchanges that once came easily. It's not that you have less to say, it's that your mind's pace has changed, and that's completely normal. Think of it as a gentle slowing down of the internal clock, allowing you more time to reflect, process, and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This can be a profound gift, even if it sometimes means stepping back from fast-paced interactions. At its core, these cognitive and emotional shifts help you prioritize quality over quantity. By naturally gravitating toward deeper, slower, and more meaningful interactions, you are not withdrawing. You're simply aligning your social environment with the way you now process the world. This shift is a sign of inner growth and wisdom, not a loss of interest. Our final psychological reason is the move toward quality over quantity. When you're younger, a large social circle can feel energizing, but as life progresses, you begin to see that not all relationships are equal in value. At this stage, maintaining 100 casual acquaintances can feel exhausting compared to having just a few deeply meaningful connections. You start noticing that the superficial exchange of words doesn't replenish your energy. You need authentic, considerate, and deeply empathetic interactions. If you find yourself selectively choosing to spend time with only a handful of people, don't see this as loneliness. It is a conscious choice. You are learning to invest in relationships that truly matter to your heart and well-being. This selective engagement isn't about shutting the door on the world. It's about valuing your emotional energy, preserving your peace, and building a support system that genuinely reciprocates your care. This focus on quality over quantity becomes a crucial strategy for emotional health. It's perfectly normal and, in fact, very wise to let go of connections that no longer serve you, so that your energy is directed towards relationships that uplift and sustain you. Let's recap the 6 psychological reasons you might start avoiding people as you age, reasons that aren't a sign of loneliness or bitterness, but of wisdom and self-care. The burden of past betrayals. Your experiences of being hurt lead you to protect your heart. Overstimulation and social overwhelm. Crowded, loud environments no longer provide the energy you once felt. The need for authenticity over performance. You seek genuine interactions rather than forced superficial engagements. Protective self-preservation. You're learning that your emotional energy is precious and must be guarded. Cognitive and emotional shifts. Your mind's natural slowing down drives you to prefer deeper, more reflective conversations. Prioritizing quality over quantity. You're choosing to invest in a small circle of meaningful relationships instead of many casual ones. Each of these reasons is a natural response to a lifetime of experiences. They reflect your growing wisdom, your evolved needs, and the understanding that protecting your emotional well-being is essential as you age. So what can you do with these insights? First and foremost, acknowledge that your social needs have evolved. Embrace the power of setting boundaries and choosing quality interactions. Here are some practical steps. Reflect on your experiences. Journal about times when you felt drained versus times when you felt truly connected. Set gentle boundaries. It's perfectly okay to decline gatherings that leave you feeling overwhelmed. Seek out meaningful conversations. Look for settings where you can have deeper, one-on-one discussions, book clubs, small community groups, or even a quiet coffee date with someone who really listens. Practice mindful alone time. Understand that stepping back from overstimulation isn't isolation. It's about recharging and reconnecting with yourself. Keep your inner circle tight. Invest your energy in the few relationships that truly nourish you. Reach out to those who respect your time and appreciate you for who you are. Embrace change. If you've noticed you're avoiding people more, see it as a chance to focus on quality. Your time is invaluable, and it's okay to be selective about how you spend it. These strategies aren't about withdrawing from life. They're about curating a life that truly matches who you are now. In embracing these changes, you're not losing touch with the world. You're understanding your inner voice and aligning your social life with your true self. I'd like to share a few stories from members of our community who've navigated these changes. Their journeys remind us that evolving social needs is normal and, in fact, a powerful sign of growth. Story 1. Embracing Solitude, Finding Clarity. Susan, 76, told me that once she stopped forcing herself into large gatherings, she discovered a world of quiet joy. She now spends mornings reading in her garden and afternoons enjoying calm walks. "I'm not lonely," she says. "I'm simply choosing what fills me with peace." Story 2. The Gift of Quality. Then there's Robert, 82, who once felt pressured to attend every family reunion. Over time, he learned that true connection comes from deep one-on-one interactions. Today, he limits his social outings but cherishes every meaningful conversation, even if it's over a shared cup of tea. Story 3. Redefining Relationships. Linda, 79, recalled how she felt disconnected in crowded parties. Now, she hosts intimate dinners with a select few who truly understand her. "I've learned that it's not about the number of people around me, but the depth of the conversations we share," she says. Each of these stories is a testament to the power of evolution, of understanding that as we age, the ways we connect may change. And that's something to celebrate rather than fear. It's important to address some common misconceptions. Many believe that avoiding large social gatherings means they're lonely or isolated, but this isn't always the case. It may simply mean you're prioritizing authentic connections over obligatory ones. Your decision to step back from excessive social demands isn't about shutting the world out. It's about valuing your inner peace and conserving your emotional energy. That's not selfish. It's survival. And if people don't appreciate your need for genuine connection, it might be because they've lost touch with what truly matters. Remember, every choice you make for your well-being is an act of strength. Whether it's declining an overwhelming invitation or choosing a quiet night in, these decisions allow you to live more fully and more honestly. They are an essential part of growing into your true self. As we near the end of our discussion today, I encourage you to take a moment for self-reflection. Think about your own journey. Have you started to avoid large gatherings or prefer solitude over constant chatter? What have you gained from these choices, and what have you perhaps lost? It's time to reframe those moments. They're not signs of loneliness or a failing social life. Rather, they are powerful indicators that you're evolving, choosing quality over quantity, authenticity over pretense, and inner peace over external validation. Our community is built on sharing experiences, learning from one another, and celebrating the beauty of each unique journey. I invite you to leave a comment below, sharing your thoughts. Which of these 6 reasons resonates most with you? And what small steps are you taking to honor your own needs in your social life?